Good day everyone. Today I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to upgrade my 8-inch infotainment system on my Jaguar F Type Convertible into a 10-inch Android system which I recently bought. I've been looking for a video for this project on YouTube, but I couldn't find any on a convertible car which has a Harman head unit. So today I'm going to demonstrate how I'm doing this project. So this is the Merriway unit I received from one of the Chinese suppliers. I made sure that I bought the Merriway unit. There are loads of different products if you go to AliExpress and other providers, but I would recommend to go for the Merriway unit. So this is how it came. So this is the main head unit and the relevant cables which you need for the Harman system. You can see that big chunky square plug which goes into the Harman unit, and all the other accessory cables. The unit itself nicely packed. And this is how it looks. The back of the unit is like this. You can see the specification of the unit which I bought. I'm planning to start the process by accessing the Harman unit, which is in the back of the car, just behind the storage box. The storage box there. There's another storage box here as well on the armrest. So the Harman unit is down there. So if it's a coupe, it's quite easy. It's just a matter of taking this panel off and then you can access. But in convertible, you have to take the whole back panel off to access the Harman unit. To do that, obviously you have to move the seats forward as possible and remove the seat belt clip and release the seat belt, and then we'll start that process. Just to give an idea of what I'm using in terms of tools, I got my socket set, an ordinary DIY set, power drill, and I bought this from eBay. This is a panel removing kit which is going to be hopefully very helpful today, and my ordinary screwdriver. So let's start this by removing the step panel on the door opening, and then we need to remove this side panel, and then we have to take the speaker panel, which is not difficult if you use one of these panel removing tool. And once I remove this the speaker grill, will take it forward from there. Ready? So once I release that, I'll probably remove this side panel of central control gently, because I just want to clear off this edge of the back panel. And next job is to remove the speaker panel, which I'll be using a tool, probably something like this, and I'll be gently lifting it up like that. So the speaker panel is off now. We need to remove these two bolts on either side. The idea is to remove this head support. Once we remove the head support, the whole back panel comes as a shape of T. To do that, I'll be using a 13mm socket, which will nicely fit in there, and then take these two bolts and you have to do the same thing on the other side. Next step would be opening up the storage box, and if you see inside there are two clips which I have partially removed. Just remove those two. Okay. Now you just need to do a gentle push up like that. Same thing on the other side. There are four clips which are holding this head unit, and once you remove those four clips inside gently, you can remove this hole till it has one piece. Like that, and then it's a matter of pulling the speaker kind of forward. It has four clips as well. Just gently pull. Now we are exposed. So now we are fully exposed. Before I made this clip, I did a little bit groundwork. I installed the main harness, the long cable which I received with the Android unit along the central console. I'll show you that information a little bit later how I did that. So the main harness is now communicating with the front screen on the dashboard with the back panel here. So this is our Harman unit. The Harman unit has a big black plug which goes in. This needs to be a tricky one to remove. This is a tricky one to remove, so what you need to do is lift it up and then pull back this arm, and then this plug will come out. And once you do that, there are two similar square, one is a socket, another one is a plug in the main harness which you get with the Android unit. So this goes into the Harman unit, and this will accommodate the plug which we removed from the Harman unit, like that. So this goes there, and then this goes into the Harman unit. This is an option if you want. This is the FM GPS signal amplifier and splitter. So if you want, you can use the output from the GPS into the Harman unit instead of using the GPS antenna provided. That's optional. I'll be doing that because I'm using the antenna and the signal amplifier from the car to operate the sat nav and the GPS instead of using the accessories I had with the Android unit. This is how I ran the cables from front to back to the side of the central control. Now I'm going to remove the 8-inch screen and the panels. There are a lot of videos showing this, so I'll probably do this without much description. Really careful when you're taking this panel off. Now we need to remove these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and probably 2 on the bottom as well. Okay. Now it's time to remove the screen. So you got 4 screws to remove. Again, be mindful not to lose these Torex T20s. This is how it looks behind the 8-inch screen. To remove this plug, you have to press this locking mechanism and then pull out. Next step is for us to loosen up this central panel. So we'll be running cables from the screen all the way along this side panel to the Marui system. Sorry, to the Harman system. I think that would give enough access to me. So basically I'm running the cables probably through this space and bring the cables up behind the climate control unit to the screen. We need to remove the key panels, both panels from the original frame to fix into the new harness. So to do that you need a T8 driver. So there are a few screws we need to take out. One, there's another one there, and same on the other side, and then you need to take these two off as well to get the cable off. So once we dissect the switch panels, this is how it looks. So one end of the harness, which will be plugged into the switches, will go in there. So you have to hide these two switch or key panels inside when you are installing the Android unit. Here I have created a diagram to demonstrate how the cable connections goes to the back of the Android unit. It's reasonably straightforward. There are two main cables or harnesses. One is the power cable and the other one is a side button switch cable. You can use this diagram as a guide. One thing to remember is sometimes you might not get an external speaker and it may be not needed. So in that case you don't need that connection. So let's look at the cable connections behind the Android unit. They have provided two chunky cables or harnesses. So this is the main harness, the longest cable, which goes from the front dashboard all the way to the back to connect into the Harman unit. So this cable is running along the central console on the side. So this is the front end of that. The front end has few outputs. The chunkiest and the biggest one goes here into the screen, Android screen. This is the connection to the mic. On that cable it says mic, so I have already connected it. I have put some tape to prevent it coming out. So that's your mic connection. This is the second cable they provided. That cable goes into the plug which I removed from the side keys of the 8.5-inch original Jaguar screen. So one end goes there and the other end comes and plugs here, which is a small white plug. The third end, which is this end, will go into the keys I removed from the original unit. The back of those keys, it will plug nicely into this this socket will nicely plug into this plug there. The rest of the connections are, so these are the Wi-Fi antennas, and I'm assuming it's doing probably 4G as well, but they have provided a separate 4G antenna. I have connected into this terminal because that's the only terminal which accommodates such screwing mechanism. Even though it says video out, I have connected it, but let's see how it works. I don't have a video out. I'm not going to take any video output from this unit, so even if it's in the wrong place, I don't think it's going to cause any harm. This is the connection for the GPS. So what I have done is I have taken a GPS out from the Jaguar F GPS amplifying unit, and I'm plugging that cable into this instead of the GPS antenna they provided. Then you may recall this purple plug was plugged into the 8.5-inch original Jaguar screen. So this will go into this purple socket here. There isn't anything to go in this socket or this socket, so that's how the connections will go. So I'm going to plug this into the keys which I removed from the side panels of the original screen, and I'm going to plug this into this purple socket here, and that's how the connections are. So connections are reasonably straightforward, and I'll be hiding these. I'm probably going to put some protection cover into this, and I'll be hiding this unit inside this space. There is plenty of space down here to hide these keys. Now you can see that I have fully installed the unit. I would like to show you a few functions that you need to set up before you go ahead. First of all, I would suggest you to go to the original car unit, and you need to change the source to aux to get the sounds from the Harman unit, and also you need to go into the original panel settings and make sure you have select the relevant unit which you have. So mine is Harman small LCD, and also you need to select the correct key template for your car, because depending on your model you might have different key setups, and you have to pick which one is the correct one for you. So in my case it's the 10th key template, so I have picked it now. Another thing that we need to do is going into the Android unit and go to settings. We need to change the reverse camera. It came with a 360-degree original app system, which I didn't need, and I have to I need to use my original camera, so you have to select that. And also your phone sounds, if you want to get it from all the speakers, you need to select sounds and then go to small horn status and change it from auto to close, then you will get the sounds from all the speakers when you're operating the phone. That's it. So the CarPlay is working perfectly. So I'm using an Apple CarPlay for the unit, so I could say that everything seems good, and I'm quite happy with the outcome of this installation. There are a few issues I noted as well. Some of the keys in the original panel, they don't work. So for example, navigation works, but mode and a few other keys, they don't work. But the keys in the center, they work fine, so it's not a big deal for me. So I can operate the original system without an issue, even though some of the side keys are not working. Another issue I noted was it has a FM and AM radio. It doesn't have a DAB radio. I was thinking of initially installing a DAB, a USB radio, but sadly the Android unit doesn't support such. The two USB inputs are accepting only music and video files, and it doesn't accept a DAB radio USB function. Another thing I noted was the parking sensors are working, particularly when you put into reverse, but the front parking sensors are not very sensitive, and sometimes they don't work, sometimes they do work. Other than that, I think it's a really good unit, and I'm quite happy with the upgrade. I hope you all enjoy this, and I hope it helps you if you decide to do the same project.